Yeah, am I available, all of you? Mohit, Shita, Amit. Very good morning, all. Why the late? Okay. So in the last lecture, I think we had completed the lab second experiment. Yes or no? Did we complete the second experiment? What are the instructions we had discussed in the last lecture? The LDA and STA. That's all we had done. Did we discuss about the LDAX and STX? Did we discuss about this too, Rajkumar? No. Okay. So before that, today, let us first. I need the canvas things. I hope all of you had changed the name on the canvas profile. Okay. So I'm starting from the enrollment number wise. Who is the first enrollment over here in this class, in this lab session? So just write down 84. Okay, just wait. Okay. Your name is Parth. It's Parth. You didn't change your name. It's showing as a Parth dot Pitroda 1696 at the rate. So change that name. So the Parth. Okay. Okay, the path update, you just change your name, that's all, okay? Who is the next after the path? Change the name as enrollment number underscore your full name. Who is the next? 86 Meet. Okay, just wait, Meet. Okay, it's again the Meet also the same here. Name is at Marwadi Education mail ID. Change it to the enrollment number and then you underscore your full name, okay? Change it. Your name is still showing like this. Your full name is your mail ID. It should not be your mail ID. Go to the profile and change your name. Okay, it's look like this. Your name. It should not be the mail ID in your name. It should be enrollment number underscore your full name. Okay, who is the next after the Meet? Shreyas. Wait. Shreyas is okay, but your name is not full. Rupavatia. That is what? Yes. Your name is had been changed, but write your full name. Shreyas. Okay, done, Shreyas. Who is the next? 88, Mohit. Wait. Okay, it's already been changed. Just give me a minute. Okay, updated. Who is the next after Mohit? After Mohit, who is the next? After 88? After 88, who is the next? No one is there. Write down the enrollment number for the next student. If it is not next, 92. Okay. Okay, let me search your name. Okay, you had changed. Okay, so add it in a group. Okay, who is the next after Sojitra? Nemish. Okay, you also had change. Okay, after that, name after Nemish, Nishita. Okay, she also change. Okay, after Nishita, who is next? After Nishita, who is the next? Yes, we check. Yes, you didn't change. It's still showing your mail ID. Change it to the enrollment number underscore your full name. Okay. Okay, done. Change it now. Yes, after yes, who is next? Jill. Jill. Okay, he already changed. Okay, done. Jill. Who is the next after Jill? Aditi. Two Aditis are there. Which one should I consider? In the same mail ID. 107099 Aditi. One of them I just removing. Okay, from the course, one I am putting. Okay, your this is your login ID. Okay, Aditi, you have the two numbers, so I had used this. This is your mail ID, 1703 Marwadi Education mail ID. Okay, Aditi. Okay, who is the next after Aditi? Harsh, Reja. Okay, Harsh had change. Okay, only one Harsh is there. Okay, fine. Let me change the batch. Okay, who is the next after Harsh? Navi. Okay, you see. Okay, after that, after 107, who is the next? Arshik. Arshik, again, it's still showing your mail ID. Change that mail ID, the name with your name. Enrollment number underscore the full name. It's still showing me this name. This is your name. I should not have this name. It should be your enrollment ID underscore your name. Okay, change it now. Okay, Harshuk. After that, who is next? Ami. Okay. Yeah, you change. Let me give you the division. Okay, who is that after Amit? Who is after Amit? They completed? No one is there after Amit? This one is the last number, correct? Okay, Raj. Raj Kumar. Okay. Job dated Raj Keval. Wait, don't write it like that. Just wait. After the Keval, it's a Keval Indori. Okay. Okay, Keval updated. Purnima. You're still not added, Purnima. Did you add it in this canvas, Purnima?
No sir.
Write down
No
your
sir.
mail ID.
So email ID सेंड करो.
Yes, Marwadi Education mail ID, email ID.
Okay sir.
Check your mail. Did you get the request or not? Okay, after Purnima, who is the next? Accept the request, Purnima. Okay, Brunda. Okay. Brunda Patel. Okay, this one. Okay, sorry. Okay, Brunda added. Man. Sorry, Man. Okay, change. Okay, after anyone is there? After 132? After one, anyone is there? Okay, Pavisha. Okay, Pavisha I did. After anyone? Pavisha. 140. Nandini. Okay, done. Nandini. After Nandini. Position. Okay, after that, after Pujan. After Pujan, anyone is there? Completed, correct? No one is there. Okay, so all of you check in your canvas. There are the two assignments I had uploaded. Okay, and so that is what the deadline I am giving. The first experiment is already available for you, all the students, write a working of the JNU simulator and all. I'm giving the assignment, practical assignment 2 that we are going to discuss by today, and then you can able to implement the things. Okay, so for the EC1 student, I'll give the deadlines for next 19. Okay, so you can easily submit the things. Okay, check for the assignment what I had uploaded in the Canvas. Okay, there is an experiment too. Fine. Let us start a discussion. We'll start from the last lab, LDA and STA. Now, what is the full form of this two instruction? First of all, what is the full form of this two instruction? What is the full form of this two instruction? As we had discussed in the last lecture, anyone can say the full form of this two instruction, LDA and STA. LDA stands for what and STA stands for what? Jail list. L paid accumulator. Okay, okay. Very good, Rajkumar. It's a load accumulator. What about STA? It's a store accumulator, correct? Okay. Now, coming to this point, whenever you write, what is the syntax? Let's suppose if I write like this, LDA C000H. I hope everyone is clear about the address bit and the data bit. Now I'm not discussing the same thing. Okay, so what I'm doing over here, let's suppose consider you have the memory. There is a location. In that location is the data 50 and there is a contained in accumulator. The data is 60. Now you tell me whenever you write this LDA instruction and this is an address. So the data will go to this memory location or the data will be copied from memory to accumulator. What should be your answer for this instruction? What should be the answer for this? Memory to accumulator. Very good. Memory to accumulator, Keval. Okay. Understand, sir. What is this? The full form of LDA? Everyone has wrote over there. Is from memory to accumulator or accumulator to the memory? Okay. So this 50 will be replaced over here with accumulator because we need to load something in accumulator, and that is what the instruction we call. Okay. That means from memory we are reading the data and we are writing into the accumulator. Now, instead of this, let's suppose if I write an STA. Let's suppose consider the STA. Now it is a store accumulator. Where to store this value of an accumulator? In the memory. That means this 60 is a data in an accumulator that will go to the memory and it will be replaced over here. So it's a memory write operation. Is it clear both the difference? Any doubt in these two instructions? That is what we had discussed in the last lecture. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, now here, how many registers we have in the microprocessor in 8085? 6. Which are they? I think these are the B, C, D, E, H, L. Accumulator you cannot able to use for a general purpose register. Okay, so we are using as a B, C, D, E, H, L. They are the general purpose, temporary purpose registers. Okay, now what is the size of all the registers? That is also we have discussed. What is the size of every register? 8-bit. Very good. Okay, 8-bit. Good, Vrunda. And what is the size of an address? What is the size of an address? Address bit. Look at, there is data is there. 4-bit only. Is it that cable? 4-bit? That means how many possibility? Address I'm talking about, beta. Look at here. These are the hexadecimal numbers. C000. There is a hexadecimal. So what should be the address bit? They are in hexadecimal. So total how many bits for an address? Total how many bits for an address? 16 bit. Very good, Keval. Very good. So remember these things. Your address bus is of 16 bit. Your data bus is of 8 bit. Now listen. Here I'm going to the next instruction we call as a LDAX, and I'll write a B over here. Now see, listen one more thing. What I want to say, whenever I write an B over here, see this, whenever in instructions, look at this LDA is the same only, but I had wrote one character over here, that is X. Now this X indicates it's a register pair. It's a register pair. Now, which register pair? So there are only possibilities are BC is a register pair, DE combines is a register pair, HL combines a register pair. So these are the register pair. What should be the size of each register pair? Can anyone say about me? What should be the size in a bit of each and every register pair? What is the size of each and every register pair? (16 bit), very good. Give me a minute. Okay. Now, whenever I use an X, it always indicates the register pair. Now, I need to write only one number, one character. Like if I want to use a BC register pair, I'll always use the B. If I need to use D register pair, I will always use D. If I need to use HL, it always been used in H. Okay, so I'll write here B, either D or H. Okay, that is clear. Okay, now just removing what you said is correct. Let's suppose consider the B and C, as B is loaded with a C0 and C is loaded with a phi 0. So when you combine this B plus C, it will make a data that is C0 phi 0. Okay, are you getting or not? Let's suppose consider your memory. There is one address we call as a C0 phi 0. So what happens if I write like this, an accumulator, let's suppose, is loaded with a 52 and the data over here is 62. So when you write an LDAX B, it indicates, it tells to the processor that combine the BC, take the 16-bit data, consider that data as an address, and on that address, what might be the data that will be loaded in an accumulator. So this data will be replaced with a 62. Again, I am telling, whenever you use this instruction, not an LDA, it's LDA X and B. So it tells to the processor that whenever I wrote X, combine the register pair together, get the data, what might be present on that, take that data, consider that data as an address of a memory, read the content what is written inside the memory and copy it, load it into a accumulator. Is it clear, all of you? So I can say that what is the difference as per your observation, the difference between the LDA and LDAX? What is your observation? What you had think that both the instructions are doing the same task. So what you are thinking that what should be the difference? Change the address? No, address, okay, the changing. Let us suppose consider both LDAC050 and LDXB have the same address, except the address what you had understand. Yes, I can explain again. Listen. What I mean to say, see, when you write an like this, let's suppose, take this example. We'll take the same example with the same address so that you will not be confused. Let me take this also. What I'm doing, I'm writing an LDA C050H and there is an address. So you know that the data will go from accumulator, correct? Is the Runda, this one is clear, Runda? This instruction is clear. Let's suppose if I write like this, you understand the instruction, correct? Okay. Now the same instruction, what I am writing, LDX B I am writing. Now the B, I am not writing an address, listen, I am writing a just an B. So what actually the processor understand when you write an LDX space B, it indicates whenever the X mentioned in any instruction, it always indicates the character over here, that is the register pair. Register pair means which, if I write B, it will be BC register pair. If I write D, it will be DE register pair. So it will tell to the processor that what might be the data in a B and C, combine that data, because this is a 8-bit data, this is also 8-bit data. Combine that the data and make that data as a 16-bit. Considers this 16-bit as an address now. And what might be the data on that address that to be loaded into an accumulator. So it's doing the similar as an LDA only. Is it clear now, Brunda? Is it clear? Okay. So what now you tell me what should be the difference? What you had observed the difference? Have the same address now. I guess LDA is a direct approach. Very good, Keval. That is what I'm looking for. How, Keval, what do you think? How it will be direct approach and indirect approach? Okay. Now let me give you one example to understand this instruction situation. LDA. See, let's suppose uh, each and every students have their name. I'm taking randomly the two name. Okay. Like take a name of a Runda and Keval. Keval need to give one pencil to the Runda. So what actually he will say? He'll call by her. He'll call her with his name. He'll call Runda with her name and tell, okay, take this pencil. So you had given, you know that which is the direct, which is the destination, that the name of the Runda to whom I need to give the pencil. So you just directly give the pencil. That is a one kind of direct approach. Let's suppose put the Raj in between, and you will tell that, okay, Keval will tell to the Raj, listen, I need to give this pencil to the Runda. Okay, so what Keval had remember the data. Okay, now Raj will take that pencil and he will deliver this pencil to this Runda. Runda. Is okay? Understood or not? So this is what we call a direct and indirect approach. Whenever you write an LDA, the address has been given directly to go there and read the data. Wherever in the LDX, he is telling that go to the BC pair, combine that pair together, make a one address, and from that address, what might be the data, you read that data and put it in the accumulator. Is it clear, all of you? Raj, Keval, Runda Patel, yes, Jill somewhat is giving the answer, Bhavisha, Ravinda, Nandini also giving the answer. So name is it clear what I mean to say? Same way, if I write like this, STA D0F0H, and if I write like this, STAXD. Let's suppose consider in the D and E. D is the data with the D0 and E is the data with the F0. When you combine this, it makes one address. The same address what we have. So what is the difference between these two? What is the difference? That the accumulator data will directly go to that memory location. That will be given by STA. And STXD, that means they will combine these two register pair, makes a 16-bit data. Consider that data as address in a memory. Store the content of accumulator, let's suppose 50 on this address. So 50. Is it clear, all of you? Understood the difference what we have? Yes or not? Okay. Let me give a demonstration also. Let me open the GNU simulator. You can understand from there practically. So let me open the GNU simulator and then we'll do it practically so you can get a more idea also. I'm just stop presenting and I'm opening the GNU simulator and let me share the screen of in GNU simulator. Is the screen is visible now? Screen is visible, all of you? Okay, so now I'll directly write here the LDA. Let us write some data in accumulator first. So MVI accumulator 32H. What this data will do, if I write that instruction MVI, what this instruction will do, it will load what? 32H where? In accumulator. Very good, Raj. Okay, and now what I'm doing, no need for this also. Why I'm writing this, I don't know. LDA C050H. That is the data. That is the address 16-bit. Okay, from where I need to read the data and I need to load into accumulator. What I'm doing, this is an hexadecimal number. So copy this and paste here. This is a hexa to decimal converter. So I'm converting to a decimal. Copy this and go to the memory and paste it here. Okay, here, this is the location I want. On that location, I am storing some data. Let's suppose 82. Remember, this 82 is a decimal number. So when I write an 82 over here, again I convert into hexa, it's a 52. So in hexadecimal, on this location, we have the data 52. 82 again I am telling it's a decimal number. Okay, remember. Now when I run this program, store some value, save this, error. Okay, what is an error? Whenever you use the first alphabetic character, always use the 0 before that number. Okay, that is what error. See here, what I got? From this location, I got this data. Is it clear? This instruction is clear, all of you? The LDA? Okay, now let me change this MVI B, let us write a D, comma 0C0 H. MVI E /50 H. What this instruction will do? This two instruction will do. MVI D and E. What that instruction will do? D will be equal to what the data in a D? What will be the data in a D? Yes, C0. What is the data in E? 50. Okay, very good. Now when you combine that, what will be the data? C0, 50. That is the data. Now see, what I am doing, I am writing LDA X. I am writing register pair D. That means from this location, 52 should come to the accumulator. Okay. See, when I run this program, I got, let's suppose take another data 83, it will be 53 then. When I run this, see, I got a 53. Okay, because 83, that is hexadecimal, is 53. So 53 I got. Is it clear, all the students, the difference in LD and LDX? All the students, please respond, yes, no, repeat, anything. Okay, now let us do the same thing for STA. But before that, what I need to do, I need to load some data. Let's suppose 30x is the data I'm loading into the accumulator, and then I'm writing STA C050H and the 0. What this instruction will do? It will store the content of accumulator to this location C050. See, I'll run this. Let's suppose accumulator 30. 48 I got. Why the 48? Because if you do the 48 in hexadecimal, it's a 30 only. So 30 hexadecimal has been stored to this location. Okay. Now instead of this, what I am doing, I am writing as a D C050, and then I am writing the things MVI accumulator as a 3050, and I am writing STAXD. And when I run this program, okay, let's suppose instead of 30, I'll write 80. So if I write an 80, what is the decimal number? 50. Hexa number is 50. Oh, sorry, the hexa is itself is 80. So convert decimal. 128 should come over here. Okay, so when I run this program, see, I got a 128. Did you get it or not? Is the thing is clear, all of you? The thing is clear, all of the students? Any doubt in this program? Clear. Okay, very good. So now again I'm sharing a screen and I'm telling you to write down a one note. Now listen. LDAX and STAX are only be used for DE and BC pair only. Wherever you want to write it down as a note. These instructions are only used for this pair only, the BC and DE pair only. Okay. Okay. Now, why is not been used for HL? Coming to this point. Now, if I write like this, do we have M kind of register in a register bank? We have A, B, C, D, H, L. We don't have M, correct? We don't have M. So listen one thing. Whenever in an instruction, if I write M, immediately what you should do? You should take as example of H and L only. Only HL pair only. No other pair. No VC, no DE. Only HL. Whenever I mention M, first thing come to your mind that should strike that M means H plus L. Anyhow, H plus L. So when I write it like this, let's suppose a C0 phi, sorry, H consists of C0 and L consists of phi 0. When I combine this, it will make say the C0 of phi 0H. Is it clear or not? It's the same instruction, but here this HL represents with M. So M is a combination of H plus L. When you combine, it makes an address. From that address, let's suppose a 62 is a data that will be copied to an accumulator. So accumulator now it will be loaded with a 62. Now this instruction is the same as LDA or STA? This instruction is the same as LDA or STA? It's same as LDA. It's very good. Did you get it or not? Understood the things? Now you can able to give the answer that why the LDA. Okay, sorry. So if I write like this instruction, move M comma A. So this data will go to the M. Now what is the M? M is a combination of H, L. Let's suppose I have C0, L I have phi 0. So I'll go to the location C0, phi 0 and the content of accumulator will come to this location. Let's suppose here the data is 62. So 62 will come to this location. Now this instruction is similar to the LDA or STA? Is similar to the STA. So now you understand that why LDAX and STAX are only be used for BC pair only and the DE pair only. It is not being used for HL. Are you getting or not? Is the thing is clear? Okay. Now everything is clear. Go to the canvas, download the experiment 2 and complete before the deadline. No extension will be given. What I am doing, I am first presenting the things with you, what you need to do. So let's suppose, let me open COA experiment 2. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen. If the screen is visible, all of you? Visible, correct? Okay. Now see in the program, these are the 5 programs are there. It's a very simple program. You don't have to do anything. It's very easy. Just you need to write a program and the input and outputs. Okay. So now these are the, we had given you the instructions that like a theory before directly going to the program. Just read those instructions, LDXLA. These are the instructions we'll going to learn in the next class, but while writing the program, this will not be used. Okay, ST, STX, HLD not been used, exchange that will be learned and that will be used for other programs also. So here, let's suppose you need to write a program. Read the question, write your instruction here. Like before execution, I need C and D register to be loaded. So before the execution, there is nothing in the data. You can edit here also because we had said you the word file. Okay, so change this if you want. Write down the data required. Like after loading, after the execution of the program, what is the content in the C and D? You write it down over here. Because here you can write a program to write a data 52H in a C register and copy it into a D register. So obviously both the data will be same. So this is before execution, this is after execution. These are the things you need to write for all the programs. See instruction. If it is a memory, you can write it down the memory also. See here. Like yeah, this one, the address of a memory. You can write like this. Is it clear all the students that how you need to write a program? Okay. Use this Word document to write a program. Okay, don't use a book. I know it is a very chance to get a one master copy and then come to the Xerox copy of that master copy. But I request you, don't do that. You are a computer engineering student. Apply your logic to write a program. It will be very much useful to get a logic, and the logic is very much important in your branch. So again, I am requesting to lower your burden. We had designed a manual such that you can write question and answer very easily in the lab manual. Okay, so read this question. You already have the Canvas portal. Open the Canvas portal and write down the complete the experiment. Okay, I'll be here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so complete the task and submit it before the deadline. You all the students had already written the attendance. I hope no one students is remaining, correct? Okay, so you can leave. We'll discuss rest of the things in the next lab. Thank you, Raj. Okay, Runda and Ravindra, it's clear. Okay, no doubt. I think